is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new ZDX. Only $459 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Wdnesday Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Wdnesday Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at wdnesday.dental. Wdnesday Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to wdnesdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 MDX at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new ADX. Only $299 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Oh, Sam, not again.
Initiating Daddy's back.
Go!
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store. Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days. From Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items. Same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt and Rayom can help.
The Sultan's choice for excitement and a caravan of savings awaits at Toyota of Hollywood. Your wish for savings has been granted with discounts of up to $4,500. Take a magic carpet ride in a Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our grand bazaar where you'll find epic savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The views viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. We are back in the USA. Yes, sir. After being an entire week out in Madrid, having a little fun, covering the Dolphins in the game that I guess we were deciding who wanted it less or something like that. I don't know, but it was a win. So we'll take it. And I hope you all are doing well. We are here at Toyota of Hollywood. And we appreciate, of course, Herbie Lopez and all the great people out here. And Mr. Zinn, who always makes it happen. And thank you. And so we normally are here the second Wednesday of the month, but we happen to be in Madrid the second Wednesday of the month. So they adjusted. Tomorrow we'll be at Hialeah Park, normally on Tuesdays. But we'll be there tomorrow, and it'll be at noon to 2. We're doing it, okay? We moved it to noon to 2 for tomorrow. So the show tomorrow will be noon to 2. It's the beauty of when you run it, you can just schedule it however you want to schedule it to make sure everyone's happy. And so that's what it's all about. So tomorrow we'll be on noon to 2 just to give you a little bit of a heads up. And then Friday, we're back at Acura, aren't we? No, Acura is the following week. So, that's right. So we're off on. So we're not off. We're in studio on Friday. So there you go. Two road appearances. So if you happen to be anywhere at 1841 North State Road 7, come on by and say hi here in Hollywood. We're on 441, right between Sheridan and Hollywood. Yes.
Busy next couple of weeks for us.
Why is that? What do you mean?
It's the end of the month, so.
Yeah.
We'll be at Subaru next Wednesday.
Subaru, yes.
And of course, Casino on Tuesday, and then Acura on Friday. So,
yep, just talked to the Subaru folks this morning, actually, about next Wednesday, actually. So getting it done, and we'll be at Caneswear next week also. Yeah, Thursday probably. I'll talk to Brett. It'll probably be Thursday next week. So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of appearances coming up, and it's good, man. I got to say that I've never walked as much as I walked in Madrid in my life. It was a lot of walking. I lost weight. There's no doubt. I haven't weighed myself, but I can tell you, I can tell that I lost at least a couple of pounds, which is crazy. Because you want to eat, right? But when your stomach shrinks as you lose weight, you don't eat as much. Herbie's lost a bunch of weight too. And we were just talking about that. And he goes, yeah, man, I'm always cold. And I go, yeah, dude, I'm always cold. And which is true. I was always cold. Although I bought this new jacket that I took to Madrid, and I found out the jacket was too good for Madrid. What happened?
What? Jay said next Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Oh. Gobble, gobble.
It shows we pay attention.
Wow. Gobble, gobble. Yeah, I'll talk to Brett now, maybe Monday. Do you cook on Thanksgiving?
Mother-in-law does. My sister does.
So we really could do.
I do the.
If they're open,
Christmas
we could really
Eve
do a
and
morning
stuff.
Thanksgiving show there. We could, but no, we'll do
Possibly.
Monday.
I'd have to be out a little bit.
Monday.
Yeah.
I'll try to schedule it for Monday. Looks like Monday we'll have to schedule it and get it done.
Or this Friday.
With the different families, we run around a lot on Thanksgiving.
Or this Friday.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. So anyway, so we will figure it out like always. We will figure it out. You know, a trip to Madrid gets kind of in the middle. What are you going to do? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hope you all are doing well out there. Had a blast. Really had a great time in the city. I would strongly suggest anybody visit Madrid. Had a really good time, and the people are really cool. The food was terrific. Overall, had some great steaks the last couple of nights, especially the last night that I was there. Had a fantastic sirloin that was at this Argentine restaurant. Oh, so good. So it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. So we had a great time game wise, all that kind of stuff. Cannot complain, to be quite honest. Very blessed to be there. And thanks to so many of you that supported us, so many of you that donated and helped us, obviously go cover the game. We appreciate that. Thank you immensely. Guys like Ray, obviously Ho Yoon, who is just a pillar of stability. So so many people that really made it happen, a slew of you that made donations throughout. And we really appreciate that immensely. So thank you very much for all of you that reach out, come here to Toyota of Hollywood, and you buy or lease a vehicle. Make sure you mention our name. You go to Caneswear, whatever it is that you do, Cutter's Edge Pro. Make sure you mention our name and give us a little credit there, so that way sponsors know that they know where they got it from. So when you reach out to Welton Rayom, you gotta tell them, hey, heard it on the Big O Show. I see Oscar Rojas is number one and smashing the like button. Brian Ratke, Lenny Pena, Jamie Zoria out in San Jose, a little hump day action. Thank you, Jamie, for tuning in as always and keeping it locked here. Appreciate you, my brother. Kosa is in. Says looking forward to a couple of players coming off injuries. More folks are pissed Miami is on a winning streak. I mean, I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to enjoy the moment, dude. Look, the game was ugly, but they won. So what am I supposed to do? Root for them to lose? They don't win when I root for them to win. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So doesn't matter to me. I'm not. Look, I told you guys I'm not getting on the hamster wheel. Oh, we're a couple players away. Oh, if we get the right GM and the right coach and whatever, dude. When you do it, then I'll believe it, and then we'll talk about it. But meanwhile, you are what you are. So they find a way to be stuck in the middle, and that's probably what they'll do. Maybe my 7-10 season does come to fruition. They're kind of on pace to win about 7 games right now if they're playing the way they're playing, in the last month. As long as he decides not to start Taj Washington and bench Jay. Anyway, NorCal is in the house. Dolphin Dave, true Finn fan, says we're about to go on a run. Can you see it? The Lombardi in Miami, those are not goals. Winning a couple of meaningless games are how the mighty have fallen. Yes. Yeah, that's who we are, unfortunately. Ted is in. Ross will extend McDaniel to stick it to the fans. Yeah, extension on top of the extension. I love it. Dolphin Dave, it's moreover 6 more games. Fire Mike McDaniel probably won't happen. The owner sucks. Thanks for running my team into the ground. Sucks. Yeah. How do you really feel, Dolphin Dave? Think Blue Dodgers. Good afternoon to you, sir. Smoke it up. Jay Gelfin is in the house. He's smashing it, and the like button too. Jeff in Long Island, John Padilla, Moto Dad, Stony Stanley in the house. Lisa Rose. Thank you, Lisa. Let's see. Nice shirt. I bought so many cassettes from Columbia House, very cheap too. Coach Jimenez, like you guys like the shirt? Come on. Sam the Man, loving the shirt also. Thank you. Would I go back to Spain? In a heartbeat. I'll just make sure I get a better bed. That's all. And I'll be ready for all the walking. Because I'm going to get into killer shape, bro. I need to get into killer shape. So when I go to these places that I need to walk a lot with the wife and stuff, I don't want to feel like I'm dying by the end of the night. Then when I lay down in the bed, it's like, oh my God, every bone in my body's aching, my thighs, my calves, hip, something, hurting from walking up those hills. It's like, it'd be a stretch of 2 or 3 blocks where you're just walking up a hill and you're like, holy shit, when is this going to end? When is there a down? And then you get to know the streets. So, like certain parts, like when you're headed back, you're like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to have a downward, But then on the down, it's like your heel that you're feeling, like the arch. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to get plantar fasciitis here. An old man with plantar fasciitis. But no, I survived. But it reminded me that, yeah, you idiot, you need to get in much better shape. So, yeah, it's brutal walking. So just make sure. And it's a walking city. And that's how they live their lives. So it's different when you're there. And when you watch them, the way they live their lives, this is normal for them. For a Miami guy that is used to a car taking you everywhere, that's not usually what it is. You're not going to have a big old parking lot next to every single store. This is not the way it goes there. There are no parking lots. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, yeah, I would suggest anyone go and enjoy it for sure. People are terrific. The eye candy, and I'm not talking about the women, which, by the way, good-looking women. So for you single guys, okay, I got to say the talent was pretty good. So that's something that for you single guys, I would suggest it, and especially for couples. It's as romantic a place as it gets, too. Maybe not at the Paris level, but it's pretty damn good, man. Joe Spencer says, I've never been to Spain, but I kind of like the music. You should go. You should enjoy it. You should. It's always cool to check out other cultures and see the way people live, and how different some things are compared to us. So, yeah, definitely. Let's see. Gabriel says, Green Lion, baby. Brett Dodger says, nice 3 Dog Night reference there, Joe Spencer. Stuck in the middle with you, Brett Dodger. John Esslinger, good afternoon to you. Nyborg, I owe money to Columbia House. Hope someone doesn't come for my Zeppelin albums. Eddie Lepp is in. And Relentless, them 80-year-olds in Europe be speed walking like nothing. Yeah. Well, they're in better shape than we are. And the food overall is, you can tell it's cooked at better quality. Why? Your stomach tells you. You get no reactions, no nothing. I went to this, I forgot the name of the Mercado or whatever, but they sell empanadas there. And so I made it like a thing in the morning that I would go over there because it was just a couple blocks away and go buy a couple of empanadas de pollo, chicken empanadas, because they were the best empanadas I have ever had, dude. So good. So good. Now, you eat an empanada here, and, it's stomach reacting. You're, crop dusting people. It's not a good thing. You're stepping on ducks. Just not good. Not good. But there you eat the chicken empanada, and it's just delicious. You savor every bite, and when it's done, you're depressed. And your stomach is super happy, and so are your intestines, and so are the people around you. So it just it's interesting. So whatever it was, steak, whatever I was eating, I knew that it was going to be pasta. It wasn't going to be heavy. Whatever it was just going to be cooked right. And usually you can tell when it's really good food, it doesn't affect your stomach. When it's not cooked well, and too much grease or too many spices or whatever, that's when it's kind of messing with you. You know what I mean? And so I would suggest anyone that if you get a chance to go to Madrid, definitely, man, definitely enjoy it. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. It blows you away because when you see that and then you see us, and it's like, but then again, they've been around for 1,000 years. We've only been around for a couple hundred, and, some cities even less. Although if you ask certain people in charge, they think we have relations with like Italy for thousands of years. I don't know. Some people take different kind of history classes. It is what it is. What can I tell you? Jeff in Long Island. I did not see Omar. I only saw Hal Habib, and I was on the plane there going that way. And I didn't run into any other media member. I wasn't really I've seen those people. What the hell do I want to see them in Madrid for? If I see them and I run into them, I'll say hi, and then I'll move on. But it was more about, meeting fans. Met a lot of Dolphin fans every day, dude. Every day on the streets, met Dolphin fans. That was cool. Okay, that was cool. And being out there, of course, with the wife and enjoying the sights, that was awesome too. That was my highlight. I don't what the normal people that I see and I've seen for years. Yeah, that's not really something that I need to see. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against any of them. It's not really what I want to do. I'd rather meet somebody from Portland or somebody from Miami that does listen but never met him before or whatever. I'd rather meet a Spaniard fan. That's what I'd rather do. Meet somebody that lives in Homestead or Hollywood or something like that, but we've never met and they watch the show and all that kind of stuff. And that to me, that's the cool part. Those are the people that it makes it worth it. Especially it's funny when you're recognized in Madrid and you're walking around. That's not something that's normal. You know what I mean? But it was cool. Because if it wasn't for the game, there's no way that I would have ever been recognized in Madrid, walking around. So to me, that was the cool part. Nothing against Omar or any of the other media fellas. I got to see Hal, but he was literally sitting behind me in the plane ride. So we talked a lot. We talked a lot about the team and all that kind of stuff. And then that's it, but I'm good. That's why I was glad I took the backup phone. Although last night I spent a while returning texts like, hey, where were you? You were in Madrid. How come you didn't return my call? Are you ghosting me? I got that from one guy. Are you ghosting me? I'm like, no, dude, I didn't, obviously you don't listen to the show. I didn't take my phone. I didn't want to have to. I don't want to be with my wife somewhere or whatever, and then I'm answering things to other people. I didn't want to be bogged down with that. And I wanted to be also, I didn't want to take my phone, so I just like took a backup phone. So it is what it is. But that was funny. Jeff in Long Island, thank you. Gabriel says, I lived in Madrid in 2004. You can keep it. Nice to visit, not to live. Well, their economy is going to shit. So I get what you're saying. The EU kind of keeps them afloat. So that I do understand what you're saying. They are getting priced out, kind of like what's happening to us here. But their economy is actually in really, really bad shape. So that I do understand. It's not a place that I would move to live because economically they've got some issues. Politically, they've got issues. So, yeah. But there's a lot of that in this world. There's a lot of countries that fiscally they're not doing well. That's why I keep preaching Bitcoin. And right now that dip, woo, baby. Are we at 89 or 90? Where are we at? 89 or 90? 89.3, baby. I love it. Some panic. Some look at it negative. I look at it as a chance of a lifetime. Here's 30% that they're handing us right now because it's going to zoom past 127 shortly. So I'm just like not even worried about it. I'm like, all right, people. And by the way, thanks to R&M Contractors, okay, Ray and Mike. Let me get into a little crypto. Might as well, right? Since I'm going to talk about Ray and Mike here. You can follow them on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island. And you got it now in the high 80s, low 90s, hanging around. And as I told you last week, just to kind of repeat a couple things and add a little bit more to this, you got people balancing out their portfolios right now. You got lettuce hands that are selling, okay? But the big boys are still buying. They're still buying. Nothing has changed at all whatsoever. Now, this whole thing about the talk about the 4-year cycle and all that, there are no more cycles for Bitcoin. That's done. We're done with that whole stuff. Now we're going to have our constant climb and then consolidate. Climb and consolidate. Climb and consolidate. That's how it's going to go from here on out. It's climb and consolidation time. We've been in a consolidation period for a while. Those of you that are new, you're actually getting a gift right now. Not that this is ever financial advice, never will be financial advice because I am not a financial advisor. But when this thing explodes again, it's going to soar right past 127 and laugh at that number and go to 140 or 150. And then maybe there'll be a consolidation somewhere in the low 120s, high teens or something, and then soar past that to 180 and then come back down to 150 or something like that, and then soar past the 200 and so on and so forth. That's what we're into now. Okay? That's what's happening. And when you look at what's going on right now with the economy, when people tell you that, you know, like the people above and they lie to you and they tell you it's strong, you know who's carrying our economy? The rich. The middle class and the poor are not splurging. The middle class and the poor are budgeting. They are now being a little bit more selective about what they're doing. The rich don't. So that's where, you know, the major part of the economy is being carried by. And that's the movement that you're seeing. But overall, the movement that you would like to see, it's not there yet. Okay. And remember, Trump is about to decide, and he said it already, that he's going to decide on who is going to be the new Fed chair. When he does put that in there by May of next year, then you're going to have somebody that is going to be cutting rates left and right. And that means they're going to be printing even more. They've already printed $2 trillion under these circumstances in less than 10 months. What do you think is going to happen next year? And that's when risk assets, Bitcoin, are also going to explode to even higher levels. So it's a matter of patience. It's a matter of being strong in these kind of situations and understand what's really going on. While everyone is destroying their currency, and it doesn't matter if it's the euro, and it doesn't matter if it's the dollar or the ruble or whatever it is, all of these people, okay, the Japanese yen, the interest rates are skyrocketing for them for their 10, 20, and 30-year yields. Their bond rates are going through the roof because nobody wants to buy their debt. People are not buying the U.S. debt anymore. They're not buying it like they used to anymore. And there's a reason. Why? Because they know that what they're getting in return is becoming worthless. So it's not that anything has increased in value. It's that your dollar has decreased in value. And so it requires more dollars to purchase anything. Doesn't matter if you have to purchase a pen. Doesn't matter if you have to purchase an iPad or a Toyota. Does not matter. It's not Amazon raising prices on you. It's your government's printing way too much. And there's only one currency in the world that is finite. And it's Bitcoin. So I'll be preaching the same thing I preached when it was 16,000 and 25,000. And now that it's at 89 or 90. And when it's 200, I'll be preaching the same thing. And I'll still be telling you, hey, from this point on in a few years, you can 5X at 200. And when it's at 500, I can say, hey, in a couple of years, you'll 2X this. Because I'll feel that kind of confidence. And so it's up to you. You make the decision. By the way, Ray and Mike, they do great R&M contractors, complete remodel, kitchen upgrades, waterproofing your terrace, balcony, flood test report. That is so easy. Plus, if you live in a condo, you don't want you get a flood, you want it to drain properly, and you don't want it to go into the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? So call R&M contractors that can set you up, folks. Floor restoration, maintenance, they do it all, man. Give them a ring, 305-345-3649. And if you want to see what kind of work they do on Instagram, go to their Instagram page, RMC Fisher Island. That's RMC Fisher Island. And look at the work on there. It'll blow you away. So that way, when you do call Ray and Mike, you're going to see what you see there is what you expect, and that's what you'll get. R&M contractors. All right. By the way, I met a mechanic at American Airlines. Now, I'm so bad with names because I have to meet people several times. Now I'm forgetting the gentleman's name because it was a week ago when I was taking off. Now I forgot that. Damn, I feel terrible. But the American Airlines mechanics there, they listen to the show. So he cranks it up on crypto segments. So shout out to the American Airline pilots, which, by the way, we had a very smooth flight there and back. Actually, the pilot on the way back, it was his last flight. He was retiring after 35 years. He was also an Air Force pilot, too, so he served. And when we were pulling in, they had the trucks with the water as the salute for us. And they warned us ahead of time because obviously if you start doing that, they're all looking around, hey, is our plane on fire or something? Yeah. So one of the head mechanics came upstairs because he knew that I was taking off in that plane because he listens every day and he knows this was the only flight to Madrid. So he seeked me out and I'm so sorry that I forgot your name now. I'm so terrible with that. I have to meet people several times to remember. I'll remember your face, but I won't remember your name. That'll take me a couple of times. But anyway, he mentioned it, that he listens to the show and that he cranks it up specifically in the crypto segments because a lot of the guys have been into crypto and have been doing very well. And, so thank you very much for those of you out there that are tuning in. Not that I'm a financial advisor, guys out there investing in the crypto and Bitcoin, okay? I don't know anything. It was at 16,000 and at 30, and we're now at 90. I don't know anything. Okay. All I know is right now, and not as financial advice, they're handing you 30%. They're handing you 30%. Even if you don't believe, sell it when we hit 127 again and get out if you want, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, what else do we have? Exactly, Dr. Mario. No stinkiness. Exactly. Brett, yes, no DQ at all whatsoever. Lewis, next time you visit Spain, go to Mallorca, beautiful cathedral, food, shoreline, and beaches. Okay. All right. Oh, Marcel went to Mallorca? Okay.
Yeah, he sent pictures that since they got the bye week, he
Right.
took,
I know
took a couple days to go over there. And
I know some went to Barcelona too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Omar went to Barcelona. And somebody else, I think, went to Barcelona. So yeah, definitely. Let's see what else. Oscar says, can you and Manny Navarro please explain to me and us fans why Notre Dame is ranked in front of us? Oscar, let me explain something to you, man. You got to get off that trip. You get what you deserve. Okay? You shouldn't have lost those games, and you wouldn't have put yourself in this position. That's all. And they're looking at it as some of the wins early in the season. Miami was lucky because they got teams at a bad time, and now they're better than they are now, where they don't look at Miami as getting better. And that's fair too. And, this is where we are as like Dolphins and fans. We always have a loser mentality, and we have to worry about this or that. Back when Miami was actually something, did you think you were worried about any kind of ranking? No, you knew you were one of the 3 best teams in college football, and you would kick ass with anybody. Mario Cristobal gets what he deserves. He lost 2 games that he shouldn't have lost. He was better than both. His teams are more talented than both those teams. And he lost those games because he's a mediocre coach. So I don't have any room whatsoever to defend Mario Cristobal or the University of Miami. Put it this way. When Mike McDaniel decided not to go for the field goal, I said the Dolphins deserved to lose the game. And they did. They didn't deserve to win that game. They were gifted that game. They did not earn a damn thing there. What they deserved was to lose, and they got lucky and they won. So when you're a team that doesn't do what you're supposed to do and you don't earn it, and you need help from others, you need help from them to lose, or you need help for others to vote because it's a subjective thing, this is what you set yourself up for. And this is what losers do. And that's why the University of Miami football program is a loser until you stop doing things like this. And certainly the Miami Dolphin organization is an even bigger loser of an organization. So let's not waste our time trying to defend or put anything, let's not put lipstick on a pig. A pig is what a pig is. And so far, that's all that Mario Cristobal has done with every resource ever given to him that no coach has ever done. All he's done is screw it up every single year. So I'm not here to feel sorry for the University of Miami if they're ranked behind Notre Dame. You know what I say to that? You get what you deserve. Next time, loser, win what you're supposed to win. Next time, don't be the biggest underachieving coach next to Jimmy Johnson, because you had a Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback last year, and you couldn't even get into the playoffs. You're freaking pathetic. And you're not even going to get into the ACC championship game this year or the playoffs. You're pathetic. So, Oscar, if I'm you, I wouldn't lose an ounce of sleep on a mediocre head coach like Mario Cristobal. So when he starts to actually achieve what he's supposed to based on the talent that he has, then talk to me. Then maybe I can defend him when he really gets screwed. But when he's constantly screwing himself, the program, the fans, his players, I have no time for that. I ain't got no time for that. Ain't got no time for that. So there you go. I ain't got time for Mario Cristobal and fans that are worried about pathetic rankings. That's it. That's my 2 cents. I'm done with that. Can anyone, Andrew Mann says, can anyone realistically envision Mike McDaniel or Tua standing on the whatever dice hosting the Lombardi Trophy next to the Kamish Goodell? Not going to happen. Clean house now. You have Stephen Ross as an owner, my friend. Doesn't really matter. Okay? With Stephen Ross, you're guaranteed of this now. Your organization will be a clown organization, and if you're ever going to be great, it'll be by dumb luck. So we're down to dumb luck because Stephen Ross brings zero skill to this. The fact that the crap that floats around, that he might want to keep him and this and that and all that kind of stuff, that just tells you that this is a garbage organization and it's a garbage owner. So, what can I tell you, my brother? What else? Don't forget, folks, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. You can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation as always, and we appreciate that immensely. Hateful Steve is in the house, and thank you for the Venmo, sir. He says, you see, Dave Portnoy bought $2 million in crypto yesterday. What an incredible opportunity right now. Yeah, and he bought only 540,000 of it in Bitcoin. He has been such a screw up with Bitcoin that he doesn't get it. And he sold it when he even bought it much earlier and all that because he just didn't understand. Now he gets it. So now he's loading up and he's got the money to load up. So good for him. God bless him. I like him, actually. I kind of like Dave. I do. I don't have to agree with everything that everybody says and everybody does and all that. But overall, I like Dave. Okay? I wish I would have met him a couple of years ago on the Bitcoin side so I can just kind of save his ass and he would be not that he needs to be richer, but he could be. He would have been if he listens to me a few years back and he stays strong and he doesn't sell and wussy out like he has, then, I would have made him a lot of money. That's the thing. The sad part is I don't have a lot of money to make, some really good money. But, man, those of you that have money, this is the chance of a lifetime to make a freaking fortune, dude. Absolute fortune. So thank you, Hateful Steve. Appreciate the love. But I saw Dave did it. Good for him, man. Good for him. Definitely. Makes sense to take advantage of it right now. What else do we have on the chat board? Orlando is better than a financial advisor. Most will tell you to stay away from crypto because they don't understand it. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. They have zero education on it. So since they don't know anything about it, So Frankie says, House, is your back from that 8-hour flight? Oh, how's my back? Oh, how's my? Oh, I see the how. My back is much better now that I slept in my bed last night. It was good. I'm glad I took my pillow. I needed that because that was the only thing that really kind of was consistent, and didn't create any neck or head issues. So that, excuse me, that was good. But my back's better. Thank you for asking. That bed was brutal, dude. It was brutal. Brutal. NorCal says, yeah, Gruden said Finns will run. Yeah. He's kind of like a clown now. He's just a caricature of himself. I mean, are we on a roll after the win against Washington? I get it. It's 2 in a row. I get it. It's 3 or 4, and I'm grateful for that. But did you watch how they played? Did you watch the decision your coach made? Does that sound like a coach is going to run the table? It's kind of hard. But, hey, listen, man, it gets clicks. It gets you watching. And so many people send me that DM of him, and it was just like I was just laughing at it. It's really amazing what kind of a clown that John Gruden has turned into. Yeah. Brett Dodger says, I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make that exception, says Groucho Marx. Oh, man. Cristobal is a terrible coach. That loss against SMU was fireable. Third down in the 6-yard line in OT, and he throws the ball instead of taking a field goal to win. Yeah. Cristobal he's just not a good coach. He does everything else fantastic. He's just not a good coach. It sucks, but that's kind of where we're stuck with him. What can I tell you? I can tell you that I'm here at Toyota of Hollywood, where they've got the Camry LE sedan right now, $299 a month. Drive off the lot. They've got 2,000 vehicles in stock. They've got over 1,200 new vehicles in stock. It's a beautiful thing. No payments for 90 days, 2.75% financing for full years. They're open till midnight. That's what I love about the folks here at Toyota of Hollywood. They get it that you're super busy. A lot of you can't come 9 to 5 to buy a car. It's going to take you a couple of hours, as you know. Buy the car, test drive, go through the paperwork. You're going to go like 2 hours, right? So in that process, it's hard to take up a chunk of your day, and you got to work. So they're open till midnight. You can come in at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and you're driving out. It's awesome. And the selection is amazing. So I'm looking at a Supra right now. Beautiful red Supra right there, by the way. And they've got several here. Okay? That you're going to get a 4Runner. You want to get a RAV4. You want to get a Prius. You want to get a Corolla. You want to get a Camry. Different kinds of Camrys. Whether it's a hybrid or whatever. They've got the selection for you. The Prius, the Prime, right? I think it is, and it's called the Elite one. Whatever it is, they got a large selection. It's a beautiful thing, man. So come on down, check it out, the Tundra. You and I love the Tundra. So you get here and there's like 30 Tundras. It's insane. So you get to pick the car you want, the color you want, the style you want, the model you want, but more importantly, the price you want. So tell Herbie Lopez when you get on down here, 1841 North State Road 7, right on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And you'll find out why this is a superstore. By the way, it's NFL dressed today. We've got the balloons and everything with the NFL, Toyota of Hollywood Stadium, where you can come on down. Toyota of Hollywood. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Billy Bob. I appreciate you, my brother. Let me see. Afternoon to you, Stephen Harris. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. Tonight, we've got the Heat and the Warriors come out to play, but I don't think they're going to come out to play because Steph Curry missed yesterday. He's going to miss today. and they lost to the Magic last night, 121-113. Jimmy's like on a wait and see how he feels. And, since he doesn't have Steph, he's not going to play this game with the risk of losing, right? So, and then everybody like having fun at it and all that. Plus, you never know. He might shit in his pants again being here in Miami. So these are things that are all possible with Jimmy. He goes, is his coffee place still open? Is that coffee joint? Because, maybe he goes, he has too much coffee, and then he, brown stains in the shorts. So I get it. It's a shitty situation to be in, not being able to know if, can I get this done without Steph? So something tells me that he's probably not going to play today. So this game won't be that sexy. It won't be that fun. But what are you going to do? Gruden got laughed at by his showmates. Well, I mean, laughing at Gruden is about one of the easiest things that you can do. He's a clown. But anyway, we'll see what happens tonight. Heat, by the way, favored by 6.5. That's how bad it is. Minus 250 on the money line. Miami Hurricanes, number 13 team in the country. They take on Vatek on Saturday. They are favored by 18.5. This is a terrible game. Vatek is a horrible team. They should rout them. Over and under is 48.5. is minus 1,100 on the money line. Vatek is plus 700. And on Saturday at 7:30, Fort Lauderdale United on the road to take on Sporting Club Jacksonville at Hodges Stadium. You can catch it on Peacock and on Channel 10. Thursday, Panthers are back in action tomorrow. They will host the Devils. And on Sunday, the 23rd, the MLS semifinals. Cincinnati will host Inter Miami. Last night, by the way, USA routed Uruguay 5-1. Did you watch some of those goals? Beautiful goals, man. Beautiful goals. That was awesome. And then tomorrow, Thursday night, we got Buffalo taking on Houston. Bills are favored by 6. That's your 3A Graphic Sports calendar. Call my guy, Alan Blanco, if you're looking for custom printing and embroidery, 786-618-1443. All right. So we got a bye week this week, and we got the Saints next week, which should be a win. Should be a win. By the way, today is Tuesday, November 18, 2025. It is day number 18,934 since the Dolphins were world champions. It's day number 8,719 since the Miami Hurricanes were national champions. And we've got nothing on Bitcoin because we're not over 100,000 back again. So that countdown is dead until we restart it, which it'll restart. I'm not worried about it at all. So Odell Beckham's got reinstated. They've got KC, Denver, Pittsburgh, San Fran, and the Rams listed as teams that could be interested in Odell Beckham. And why? I know it's space to fill and all that. He just got reinstated from his suspension. The guy is barely available, and he gets suspended. That is crazy. Jay Gelfin is in the house, by the way, right in front of you there, Sean. Anyway, but who would want Odell? Is that crazy or what? Suspension. He's going to be 33 this month. He hasn't been playing football for a while, and when he was here, I mean, it wasn't like he was any great shakes. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's a dude that needs to have attention and needs to hear his name, because in the end, he could have retired already. It's not like, why would you want this guy? There's nothing appealing about bringing Odell Beckham on your team at this point in time. You're only going to set yourself up for some kind of disappointment, basically, is what you're doing. But I saw that story and I found it to be funny as hell. So just crazy. Anyway, what else do we have going on in the world of sports? What'd you think of the Jamar Chase suspension for spitting on Jalen Ramsey? Oh, you like that he spit on Jalen Ramsey? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
No. I mean, again, at least there's something being done about. I'm tired of the spitting on each other, man. Like, it's becoming the go-to move now.
Right, and I hope that you start increasing.
Yes.
The suspension.
Yeah.
Like it was a fine. Now it became a game suspension, which, by the way, he loses $448,000.
I heard
plus
500 something.
Plus a $58,000 bonus,
okay.
A roster bonus every week that he gets. So it's over $500,000. So that's an expensive hawker. That is one expensive hawker right there.
How do you work that out with the NFLPA? Because they have the things where you can fine on the first offense, whatever, on the thing. But like, this should be at least to me.
It's indefensible.
Yeah, at least
they tried, but they tried and they shot it down.
Exactly. It's never going to be.
No,
it's never going to fly on any part of it.
No, but I hope that it gets to a point where. To increase, because see, here's the problem I have with all of this. If I'm Jalen Ramsey, I'm hunting you down, bro. Yeah, I heard Mike Tomlin. Yeah, you do what comes natural to you. I'm hunting you down, bro. You're gonna have to kill me or beat me up, but I'm gonna kill or beat you up. You're not gonna spit on me and just get away with it and I'm happy that he got suspended or he got fined. No. I want some of that fine and suspension too, because I need blood. That's where, so, that part of me is that, the street in me would come out. Unfortunately, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying you should do the same thing. I'm just telling you what I would do naturally would come to me. If you spit on me, I am going to lose my mind. And you're going to need many, many people to stop me constantly, because I'm not going to stop coming at you until I get what I want. It's pretty simple. That's where it ends. So that to me, you've got to now start putting more into this. And I'm glad they added a game. I would add more, but that's fine. I get it. But it's just something that, we saw it happen a couple of times in a 10-day span, right? Or a week or something, right? Yeah. So you got to make sure that you put a kibosh on that, like right away. Right away. And for Jalen Ramsey, I kind of question you, dude. So you might be a hell of a football player, but I don't know what kind of a tough guy you are. You don't seem too tough to me when it comes to outside of football. There's a different kind. There's one kind of toughness. Just because you're a football player, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be street tough. So, because you're in a controlled situation that you can get away with certain things. In the street, anything goes. So I'm just saying, I would have handled it a hell of a lot different than Jalen Ramsey. And so that's why, to me, if you're the NFL, okay, it's a nice start, a one-game suspension. The guy's going to lose $500,000 for that stupidity. Great. But make sure you start increasing that from here on out, because that's not something that you can make a habit of as a league, because then you're going to then show kids that this is part of the way you do things. And man, that cannot ever be included in lower level, competition. And that's what you end up doing as a pro. You end up influencing those young people. And we certainly don't want to influence them in this direction because that's disgusting. How do you spit on another man? That's just like forget about you being the one that gets spit on. Like, how do you do that to someone else? That's just, you're really degrading somebody. And that's unacceptable. What else do we have? Big O, has the jet lag got to you yet? The jet lag's bothering me. There's no doubt about it. But the tiredness from walking as much as I walked over the last week, that's really what's got me more than anything else. So, it should have been 2 games for an ass kicking. I don't know. They should have increased the suspension because he appealed it. What a joke. Yeah. And can you imagine you're the NFLPA and are we supposed to defend this? They have to defend everything. They have to defend everything. So I got something for you, dude. Because I think people are making a big deal about it. And it's because if I understand your sport, okay, Cam Scattaboo. Why are they losing their minds? He wasn't running around. He just pushed. It was a Mysterio or some shit.
I think he pushed McDonough. I think he
some M.
It was Dom Finn Balor and JD McDonough. A couple of them got pushed pretty hard. I can't remember if it was Abdul Carter or Scattaboo that did. I think Scattaboo did Dom. I think you're right. I think it was Dom.
Okay, so he pushes him.
Yep.
But when I watched it, and then because I read all the reactions from it, oh my God, and people were flip, blah, this, that, and it's like, yo, dude, the guy was just standing there. This is all staged and prepared and all that. And they're in New York. So they're also milking that they have New York fans there. He happens to be incredibly popular. And as I've predicted a while back, not after the fact when they're all talking about it now, oh, he shouldn't play like that, this and that. I said his career ain't going to last long, bro. God bless him for putting an iron in a fire there for the future because, yeah, he probably is built for that sport, actually. You know what I'm saying? The way he throws his body around, you've got to be a maniac in wrestling to throw your body around, and he's more than willing to do that. It ain't going to last very long for him in football, but what I saw, at least what I saw, I'm just seeing an overreaction on this.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing where, again, because of the foot, ankle, whatever the injury ended up being for Scattaboo was, and again, I don't know who did it or if it was one of the Giants guys, somebody nudges him and he starts falling back.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where, because
he was on one foot
it
or
became
something.
thing, and again, it looks like he's kind of falling back, and again, it is an overreaction, but that was the part where I even sat there for a little bit and was like, really, they allowed the contact with him, like just because you don't know, because when you're that close to them and you got fans all around you, you can't just be like, okay, Cam,
right?
And just touch them. And no, it's got to be.
But we don't see what happens down there. That's the thing.
No, that's the thing. It's like you don't know. All you can tell is, and maybe he lost his balance because of him keeping the foot
right. He was on
all
a foot.
The weight on the one thing. But that was the part to me where, again, if you want to look at it and be like, okay, who, because my understanding is the teams have to, any physicality, the teams have to
it's
be
in
notified.
Your contract. It's in your contract already.
But who on the Giants said, okay, yes, you've got Abdul Carter, you've got all these other guys. I get it. Cam Scattaboo was a lifelong WWE fan. It was like a dream come true to be involved in it and everything else. But it just didn't make sense to me to do that, because it was Andrew Schultz was the comedian, and it was during a commercial break. And then so they went to Andrew Schultz. Then all the Giants get up in Cam Scattaboo.
UFC 322, by the way.
And yeah. And then it just was like, it just went. I thought, to me, I looked at it and said, I don't know if it was a good call by the Giants to put him in that situation because, again, once the other guys wanted to get involved too, so now you've got them pushing Cam back, and like it could have gotten worse. That's the only thing. But again, it is an overreaction because
nothing happened.
Nothing happened, but it's like that's the only way I can.
Now, if he starts running around and he starts chasing people and
springboards up to the top rope,
then he starts on one foot, starts doing crazy shit. But I can see what they were doing, bro, and for him, I think he might end up there.
Yeah, I thought what they should have done was had the rest of the Giants get in front of Cam, and then Cam kind of go. But which I get it. Cam's that guy that's going to run through walls, so he's not going to back up. But it should have been them coming to that part of it with his injury. That's the only thing I think.
I thought it was just what did Mad Dog?
I don't know. He just said he went on a rant about Scattaboo and the Giants and Raw. I haven't seen it yet. It just came across my thing there, so I'm very interested to see what that was.
An old man rant.
Get off my lawn!
Yeah, the old man rant. To me, it was like, I get it, dude. Let him create a future for himself because football ain't there long term for him, dude. That's for sure. So, anyway, don't forget you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. You can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation, and we always appreciate that. Thank you out there. And you can send in your questions and comments also at the same time. All right. Andrew Watson, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Says only way these guys keep jobs is if we run the table and make the playoffs. Anything short of that, I'm hoping we blow the whole thing up and start over completely. GM, head coach, QB, wish we could fire the owner because he's the cancer of the organization. And that my friend, right? That's where you nailed it, dude. That's where you nailed it. That the sad part is we can't get rid of the biggest problem, which is the owner. The owner is, and that leads me to my topic. If you see the headline on the show, it says Miami Dolphin fans are finding out Stephen Ross hasn't learned a damn thing. Well, listen to the talk. Listen to the talk repeated by the insiders like Rappaport. Oh, Stephen Ross is, he would like to see what McDaniel can do. He really wouldn't want to make a change, this, that. And you got local media talking about how he ends strong. Maybe they keep him and they bring back Tua and all that. This, and when you talk about Champ Kelly taking over and then, maybe he's there as a tryout and all that. These are all things that shows you that he doesn't get it and he doesn't have the proper people around. Under his 15-year, 10-year, 16-year, whatever the hell it's been a disaster. And it continues to be a disaster because he still doesn't understand what he has to do. And in this case, you are correct. Anyone that he has actually giving him advice, get rid of them too. And bring somebody new in and try them out in every way possible. You should maybe go back to find somebody that has recent success to bring them in as a consultant. Whatever you can do to kind of help set you up again, but you need to do it with some fresh faces. And he doesn't learn. So he continues to make the same mistakes. And when something's not working, he doesn't understand how to fix it. And that's why we're in the same rut that we've been in with him and even longer for 30-something years. Nobody really knows how to run it. Not Jimmy, all the way down to now. No one really knows how to run it. Sucks. Because, Shula didn't know how to run it down the stretch. He couldn't handle the cap, and he certainly couldn't handle the draft. So that was crippling to the Dolphins. He was an exceptional coach, but you can only overcome so much if they don't give you the talent. No coach, no quarterback carries you by himself. No coach carries you by himself. None of that stuff. They all help. They're all important, but they're not the end all be all. I've seen people win championships in the NFL with a mediocre head coach, and I've seen people win Super Bowl titles with a mediocre quarterback. But you don't win it with a mediocre team, ever. Isn't that strange? You never win with a mediocre team. But sometimes a mediocre head coach could get lucky and get there, and a mediocre quarterback can get lucky and get there and win it. But you never win with a mediocre team, because that's what the game is all about. And so we have an owner that doesn't understand the game, doesn't understand how to build, doesn't understand how to disassemble, destroy, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Doesn't understand it. Doesn't know how to remodel like they do at R&M Contractors. No, not at all. That's the problem. We have an owner that has not learned one damn thing. I mean, think about this. You have a coach that pissed away the game last week, basically, by not going for the field goal. And there's thought out there about keeping him. Why? It's ridiculous. You talk about the owner that changed the logo that most people would rather see the original. I would say 98%, 99% want to see the original back. The disconnect that Stephen Ross has with this is disturbing because, like I told you, we're down to dumb luck. It's the only way we'll ever win a title, that he by chance hired the right person and by chance that person changed the fortunes of the franchise. But it's not going to be because of skill or because the best of the best want to work here. It's just not going to happen anymore, because with this owner, you will not get the best of the best. They will go to an organization. The best of the best will go to a better organization where they know they're going to get the support they need. Anyway. All right. What else do we have? Look how quickly Robert Kraft changed things around in New England. That's an owner that not only knows what he's doing, but has the right people around him. Dude, this is an owner that got rid of the greatest football coach in the NFL history. Okay? And then he put him with his disciple, and right away he noticed, no, this is over. And then he went and got Vrabel. That's a good owner. That's a good owner. Oh, and they drafted Drake May. It's a good owner. Yeah. I mean, you got to he's willing to make the tough decision, get rid of Belichick. How does he look now getting rid of Belichick, bro? I mean, every day Robert Kraft looks like a genius outside of an Asian baseball. Okay? Outside of that one squirt, he has been amazing. Awesome. Great football owner. Pervert, yes, but hey, what are you going to do? It is what it is. But a hell of a football owner. We have a goofball of an owner. Cam Cameron to Joe Philbin to now Mike McDaniel. Jesus Christ, dude. And sprinkle Adam Gase and Brian Flores in there too. And just, he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn at all. It's insane. It really is. Anyway. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation as always. So my trip is getting slightly better to Vegas. I'm going to go to Vegas on May 21st for No Doubt. So Santana's there. Okay, I want to see Santana also. Alice Cooper now showed up during that week. And the Goo Goo Dolls. So I got to wait, see if more concerts are added and we'll get better stuff. By the way, Motley Crue is back to steal more money from you guys. They are touring with Tesla and Extreme. Now, I will say this. I love Tesla. I can see them over and over again. And Extreme is also a good band to go see too. It's worth watching those two, but you're going to pay so much that just it makes no sense to give away that money to Motley Crue. Motley Crue is just weak sauce at this point. Makes no sense, dude. Vince Neil can't sing. They've been caught with tracks playing and all kinds of stuff. I would stay away from that. Okay. Now, if you have to see what's it called? Tesla and Extreme, then I get it. But just be prepared to be disappointed by Motley Crue. I just want to warn you ahead of time. Okay? I'd rather warn you so that way when it happens, it's you're not freaking out. Let me do a little music, man. Might as well, since I mentioned those two. Might as well mention a little musica in the process. Let's do that. Let's start off with musicians born on this date, which is November 18th. All right, let's start it off with Crystal Waters, American house and dance music singer. Best known for her 90s dance hits, Gypsy Woman, born in 61. I have no idea who she is. Matt Sorum, I do. Drummer with the Cult and Guns N' Roses, born in 1960. Let's see who else is celebrating a birthday. Joe Correro from Paul Revere and the Raiders, born in 46. Fred Lipsis, piano saxophonist from Blood, Sweat, and Tears, born in 43. Eddie Rayner from Split Enz, he's the keyboardist, born in 41. I am so jealous because the Finn brothers are getting back together again and they are doing Split Enz tour, but it's only in Australia, dude. Like, these are the moments that I wish I had a little extra money. Like, I wish I was kind of rich, not, maybe not filthy rich, but just somewhat comfortable. And I could just fly to Australia, hang out for a couple days, and see these guys too. Because I love Split Enz. I'm a big Crowded House fan, but I also love the Finn brothers in Split Enz. Big Split Enz fan, man. That would be so cool to see a concert entirely of Split Enz songs. And by the way, the original group is getting together for this minor tour. Royally sucks. I know if they would come to the United States, I would have to travel somewhere. That's for sure. But man, can you imagine going? That's a long trip to go to Australia. But I would do it. I would be really excited to see Split Enz in concert. That would be really cool. All right, let's see who else. Pete Moore, singer, songwriter from The Miracles, from Smokey Robinson and The Miracles. Smokey's in trouble now. Sexual assault or something on a guy or something like that. Yeah. So Smokey Robinson, AM FM 8-track cassette. Let's see, what else do we have? Ray Collins from the Frank Zappa band, born in 1937. He was the lead singer on the band's first two albums, Freak Out and Absolutely Free, in 66 and 67. And that is it for musicians. Now let's go with other famous people born on this date. And if we don't give you the age, that means they are no longer here with us. All right, let's start it off with English King Charles the First. The first. He recently born in 1600, and we just lost him. Just lost him. James Abraham Garfield, the 20th President of the United States, born in 1831. Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, born in 1917. Hall of Famer Roy Campanella from baseball, because baseball has been very, very good to me. Born in 1921. TV personality Larry King, born in 33. TV personality Dick Cavett, born in 36. He is 89 today, still with us. Entrepreneur Ted Turner, born in 36. He is 89, still with us. Actor Dan Haggerty, born in 1942. Fashion designer Calvin Klein, born in 42. He is 83 today. Broadcaster Hall of Fame member Ahmad Rashad and player, born in 49. He is 76 today. Actress Kathleen Quinlan, born in 54. She's 71. TV personality Ann Curry, born in 56. She's 69. Actress Allison Janney, born in 59. She's 66. Let's see who else. Meg Ryan, born in 61. She is 64 today. Jodie Foster, born in 62. She's 63. Let's see who else. Entrepreneur Jack Dorsey, baby. Bitcoin. Yeah. Born in 76. He's 49. Or Square, of course. That's his company. Olympic gymnast and hero Carrie Strug on one leg. Amazing. Born in 77. She's 48. Actor Reed Scott, born in 77. He's 48. Actor Adam Driver, born in 83. He's 42. Musician Tyga, born in 89. He's 36. Sean Stanley. Do you have wrestlers born on this date?
We do. Dara Singh was born on this date in 1928. And the great Miss Elizabeth was born on this date in 1960. Those are your birthdays for November 19th, 2000, the year 25.
I like it. All right, let's move over. Frankie Fresco says Bloodywood will be in Daytona May 10th. Let's go. The funny part is he went and looked up Bloodywood tour dates. What is wrong with you, Frankie? Is he really? Is he a death metal fan? Like, is he a screaming? Oh, okay. All right. That would be funny. I don't picture Frankie liking like thrash death metal stuff.
He's a DJ. He likes it all. You probably mix it in.
I mean, I like a lot of music, a lot of variety. I just
a little,
can't go there.
what is it, reggaeton to a little bit of
no reggaeton.
Bloodywood.
Oh my God,
the next thing.
They love that reggaeton and that what's that stuff they do with their voice? Auto tune.
Auto tune, yeah.
Oh my God, over there in Spain, they love that shit, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Auto tune and reggaeton. That was driving my ass crazy. Crazy. Ray Guru Young, avoid Motley Crue, peeps. 100%, exactly. So Bloodywood will be in Daytona May 10th. Let's go. That's funny, Frankie, that you did that. That is really funny. When the government is against you and it brings you down, you need to dig deep and come up with a solution. And the solution is, and then they throw out the song. You know, it was just they were a trip. They were a trip. You could tell after you told me they were a parody band, and seeing them, it was like, okay, now I get your parody influence. Oh man. Let me tell you, when you've got to work, you must grind. This is the grinder. I don't know. It was just like one of those. It's just yeah. No. Just terrible. All right, let's go in music history because you're all wondering what happened today on November 18th in music history, right? I mean, it is what it is. Well, in 56, Fats Domino appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show performing Blueberry Hill. In 77, The Jam released their second studio album, This Is the Modern World. It features the singles, The Modern World. In 78, Billy Joel went to number 1 on the U.S. album charts with his sixth studio album, 52nd Street. The album would go on to win Joel the 79 Grammy for Album of the Year. God, he was on such a roll there. The Stranger and Glass Houses and 52nd Street. And it was just, oh my God, what a roll that man was on. In 83, REM made their first appearance outside the U.S. when they appeared on UK Channel 4 TV show, The Tube. Really good show. You can still find The Tube on YouTube, and you can see all the old bands and all that they used to have on back in those days. In 85, on this date, LL Cool J released his debut album, I Can't Live Without My Radio. The first album ever issued on Def Jam Records. It goes platinum and makes LL the first solo act on par with reigning rap kings Run DMC, a significant sales success for a hip-hop record at the time. Radio became a Billboard chart and sold over 500,000 copies within its first 5 months of release. By 89, it had certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. It has since been recognized by critics of LL Cool J's as his best album. Radio belonged to a pivotal moment in hip-hop culture and history, reflecting the new school and ghetto blaster subculture in the U.S. during the mid-'80s. That album is awesome. That album is just fantastic. You Be Illin. That's Run DMC, by the way. It's just that era I just love. Just love it. In 87, Sony reaches an agreement to buy CBS Records, which includes Columbia, Portrait, and Epic for $2 billion. Artists on these labels included Michael Jackson, Barbra Streisand, Bob Dylan, Billy Joel, and Bruce Springsteen. Just, regular people. In 93, Nirvana recorded their MTV Unplugged special at Sony Studios in New York. Nirvana played a set list composed largely of lesser-known material and cover versions of songs by the Vaselines, David Bowie, Meat Puppets, and Leadbelly. The resulting album would go on to win a Grammy for Best Alternative Music Album in 96. It was. Nirvana's Unplugged was so good, dude. So good. Let's see what else happened. In 97, Modest Mouse released her second studio album, The Lonesome Crowded West. It features the singles Heart Crook's Brain and Trailer Trash. In 97, she of the Badunka Dunk, Eric Badu, released her debut live album, Live. It features the single Tyrone. And what a Badunka Dunk. In 97, Metallica released Reload, their seventh studio album. In 2003, Blink-182 released their fifth studio album. It features the singles Feeling the Fame Monster, a reissue of her debut album paired with an EP of 8 new songs, and it featured Bad Romance, Telephone, Alejandro, and Dance in the Dark. In 2014, TV on the Radio released their fifth studio album, Seeds. It features Happy Idiot. Probably describes me. In 2016, Bruno Mars released his third studio album, 24K Magic. It features the singles 24K Magic, That's What I Like, Versace on the Floor, Chunky, and Finesse. Let's see if there's any birthdays. Sometimes there are birthdays here missing from the other. Don Cherry, the jazz musician and father of Nana Cherry, Eagle Eye Cherry, was born on this date in 1936. Herman Rarebell, drummer for the Scorpions, is 76 today. Graham Parker of The Rumor is 75. Rudy Sarzo of Quiet Riot, Ozzy Osbourne, and Whitesnake is 75. John Parr from St. Elmo's Fire. It's what's that song? Oh God. I know I have useless information. John Parr, St. Elmo's Fire. I could be a man in motion. Something and whatever. Man in Motion, I bet you it was. John Parr, Man in Motion, I bet you. Let's see. Kim Wilde. We're the kids in America. There you go. Got it. She's 65 today. Kirk Hammett from Metallica is 63. Wow, that list was missing a ton. Duncan Sheik. Wow. What was that song that Duncan Sheik had? Barely Breathing, right? I'm Barely Breathing. He is 56 today. Look it up. Duncan Sheik. Is it Barely Breathing? It's a good song, actually. Fabulous. That's it. I know that was his big hit. Fabulous is 48 today. And that's fabulous. And that's what happened today in music history. Wow. That list produced a lot. That wasn't on the other one. It's pretty good. Did I look at the right date? Did I read the wrong date? No, November 18. I read the right date. I got to check because I am liable of reading the wrong date. My dumb ass does that, okay? Just want you to know. I mean, again, I'm not a financial expert, not a music expert, not a sports expert. I am Schultz. And for you youngins, you're going to have to look up Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I see nothing. So just make sure you understand that. Let's see. Ray says, howdy-o. That would be awesome. The first Split Ends album, True Colors from 1980, is a classic in my book. I agree. Takes us a couple $1,000s to get down there just to pull that off. But man, that would be so good. So good. I would pay it. If I had the money, I would easily pay it. Easily. Because that's a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing to see Split Ends. Big O, did you see that a new Jeff Buckley documentary is coming out on HBO? Jeff Buckley. Where do I know that name? Jeff Buckley. Is he the blind guitarist? Because there was a Jeff. Was it Buckley? I don't know. I've heard the name, but I'm trying to put the name and what it goes with together now. So you've got me there, Oscar. I did not see that. And I don't know what it is, actually. I'm trying to figure out. I know the name from somewhere. So what comes up when you put Jeff Buckley? American songwriter? Was he a blind guitarist? Or am I mixing my Jeffs up? No? In 97? Okay. All right. Well, the guy I'm talking about was blind, and he's dead also. But maybe it's not Jeff Buckley. Maybe I'm confusing my Jeffs, because I really think there's a couple. Louis Herrera, she did do a nice job with You Keep Me Hanging On. No, it's not her song. It was a remake, but she actually did a couple of remakes and did a very good job. Kim had several hits, especially overseas. She had a ton of hits. Here, she had a couple, and that was definitely one of them. But Kids in America is her best song. Her brother wrote that song, by the way. Her brother wrote a lot of the music that she sung early on. It's like she'll talk about it all the time, and she credits her brother for the musicianship on that side. And I think there's a story of his brother like kind of failing and not being given a lot of positive reinforcement about being a musician and writing music. And then this was kind of his own way to kind of like stick it to the people that doubted him. And he went on to like produce like some really good music for his sister. And his sister had one hell of a career. And thanks to her brother, who wrote a lot of the music for Kim Wilde, actually. So just a little, again, useless nugget that just floats around in my head that why would I know that about Kim Wilde? Like, who gives a shit about Kim Wilde? You know what I'm saying? But I do love Kids in America. Iconic cover of Hallelujah. What? We put the mic, bro, because they can't hear you then.
I just looked up because again I don't know a lot about the music end of it. So he's put his powerful and emotional vocal performances, his iconic and haunting cover of the Leonard Cohen song Hallelujah, and his influential 1994 debut album Grace.
Okay.
His career was cut tragically short when he drowned at age 30 in 97, but his unique blend of rock, soul, and folk left a lasting impact on modern music.
I know I've heard the name, but I'll definitely look at it. I'll check it out for sure. I'm with you there. Biggino, I don't think going for it on 4th and 1 was a big deal. 3rd and 7, just a wrong play call. Man, listen, there's no defending Mike McDaniel. He's just a moron. And eventually he will cost you games because that's what he's done, and he has underachieved every single year. They won basically in spite of him last week. That's all. At least he is sticking to the run. I'll give him credit for that. So the ticket cost is $148 for Bloodywood. And if you want to catch them earlier, we can go April 25 in Vegas. Frankie says Bloodywood for life. Oh, you guys are a trip. So Jalen Phillips gets traded from here, and he goes to the Eagles. And he is loving life and celebrating that he's there. And let me tell you something. And they caught up with him a couple days ago to ask him again about coming here being the best thing that's happened to him. Let's hear the question and reaction.
And you said that being part of this team was literally the best thing that has ever happened to you. You still feel that way?
Doubling down on that statement.
You know, I would tell you this. Be happy for him, man. Don't let your frustrations, my frustrations, that our team constantly sucks, that we have no ownership, that we have no leadership, don't ruin it for other players. Okay, they came here, they tried their best, and I know he had his share of injuries and all that, but he was always a great dude, a stand-up guy, and he worked his ass off, okay? He's not trying to get injured. He's had 2 great games there. Now he's surrounded by a hell of a defense, so it complements him. And every player is going to look better in a better environment. That's the way it goes. That's life. That's football. It's a team sport. So if you're on a better team, you're going to look even better. But don't be mad at him, because I've gotten this now where people are like, oh, F Jalen Phillips and this and that or whatever. No, dude. No, more power to Jalen Phillips, man. I'm happy for him and his family. He gets to do something that every player wants to do. They want to reach the pinnacle. They want to be the best. They want to be part of a champion. He's got no chance here. No chance. And I get it. We got blind ass fans that are probably, listening to the show or listened or whatever, or tuning into other shows. And they think that they're still a great team and they still think they're close and they got a chance and whatever. That's what the blind ass fan does. But you and I know what reality is. Don't be mad at him. He didn't ask to get traded. He was building a house here and everything for his family. The guy had no plans on leaving. He came to the University of Miami. He got drafted by the Dolphins. He met his wife here. I believe he met his wife here. So what more do you want from the guy? He tried, but it's our organization that doesn't meet the standards that the players need. We keep blaming the players, but it's really at the top. And when you have poor ownership and then you have poor leadership under that, this is what happens. But this whole attitude that some of you have picked up, that you're pissed off that Jalen Phillips is happy, you're an asshole. Why would you want someone to be unhappy when they didn't do anything negative to you? They tried their best. They were professionals. And he wasn't a bad dude. He wasn't getting arrested. He did have some injuries, but that kind of came with the territory anyways. It's football, plus he had an injury history. So it is what it is. But outside of that, he was an exceptional person and a professional every second. So give the man a break. You know what I mean? And be happy. I'm happy for him because I hope one day, like the Panthers are, because that's our team, right? Every player wants to come here now. And Brad Marchand, isn't he Jalen Phillips right now? I know he's slightly better than Jalen Phillips. I get that. He's accomplished way more. But my point is, it's the same. Ask Brad Marchand. Has he had more fun here and connected here more than probably he did in Boston? It looks like it. It looks like in Boston they won and it was like business. Here it's business, but there's like a real connection that's going on. So it's pretty cool. And you asked Brad Marchand, he didn't want to go anywhere. He wanted to stay here and sign a contract. And is he stealing money? No. He's one of the league leaders. So I can never begrudge anybody of happiness. I remember in our business, you know how it is. In our business, we see people come and go all the time. And some of them are getting better jobs and they're moving on to something that they want to do. And you're happy for them, dude. That's how you are in our business. And if you're a boss and you're stopping somebody from under you to get better, that's like, in our business, that's like the ultimate dick move. Because in our business, we egg you on if you're getting a better job. We want you to be better. That's kind of right. Isn't that the kind of the whole thing? And I think that that's how it should be for all of us. We should want what's better for people, even if it leaves our situation. But don't blame Jalen Phillips or the slew of players that we've had here for decades for what's going on. That falls on the people above. The names and the faces have all changed under Stephen Ross. The results are all the same. It does not matter who the GM is. It does not matter who the team president is. It does not matter who the head coach is. And it does not matter who the quarterback is. All those names and faces have changed. And the results are exactly the same. That tells you who your problem is. So when a player gets away from this place and they go somewhere where they're actually organized and they got a shot to win and it's a better organization and they're happier, bless them, dude. I'm super happy for them. That is awesome. So I wish Jalen Phillips nothing but the best. It's what he and every professional player that deserves what they're trying to accomplish. Be a champion. Be the best. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And Philadelphia has got a much better chance at being the best than we ever will. So when you hear him celebrate like that, I'm just happy for him, man. By the way, Caneswear, go visit our friends out there. They know how to get it done. Brett and Jeff and Jack and Ken Graff, all the great people out there. 2655 South University Drive in Davie. Tell them that Big O sent you. You will get 10% off online or in person. And online, by the way, if you order over $99, you will get free shipping. at Caneswear. So check it out, caneswear.com. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Dolphin Dave says, I'm happy for him, but not that he's a Dolphin anymore. Just turn that 3rd round pick into a good one. Whatever. Marino was a good one, and we didn't get anything out of it. Mr. Old School says Stephen Ross is not willing to do what it takes to build a championship caliber team. I think he's willing to do it. I just think he doesn't know how to. And he certainly doesn't have the right people around him. He has the wrong people giving him advice. Okay. Frankie, let's see. I think he's talking to somebody else, I guess. I wish the Dolphins had an owner and GM like they have in Philly. Yeah, we all do, dude. We all wish that's what it was. It would be really, really nice if that's the case. I mean, I want to look forward to that Heat Warriors game tonight, and I can't. I mean, the only good thing is you can win your 9th game and be 9-6 at least, which, considering the injuries you've had, I don't even know if Bam's going to play tonight. I think he is. It seems like he's going to play. But you got to get Tyler back. You're the 7th seed right now, super early. But I got to tell you, overall, man, great job by Spo. Great job by Spo with a bunch of young guys. I can't say enough about that. That is pretty cool. I just wish today was a day where Steph and Butler were playing. And even without Tyler, I'm good. Let's see what you got. But you don't get that test today. Kind of rough. You don't get that test. That sucks. Really needed that. Would have been fun to get that. Don't forget Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Where is Bitcoin at right now? Is it under 89? 89.1. 88.9. That is awesome. I'm probably one of the few people that laughs and smiles as it goes down. Oh, man. What can I tell you? Yes, Ross is a buffoon, Shang Tusheng. We have a buffoon running the Dolphins, and we have no idea if we'll ever have a good team again. I mean, how do you guys feel out there that we have to depend on dumb luck? It's what we're doing. We're depending on dumb luck. Yeah, I do like System of a Down, Frankie. I do. System of a Down is good. Who's also good? The folks here at Toyota of Hollywood. It is game day week out here, or game day month. They've got the Toyota of Hollywood Stadium. That the NFL logo in balloons is just, I got to take a picture of that before I go, and I'll post it on there. But it is just absolutely awesome. And by the way, if you come out here, tell anybody that you see, tell them that you heard it here on the show. All right. Appreciate you all out there. We thank the great Sean Stanley. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Hialeah Park, and we're going to be earlier. We're going to be at noon to 2, okay, at Hialeah Park. So a little bit of an adjustment normally on Tuesdays, but because I was on the trip, we delayed it. So now I'm going to be there tomorrow and have some fun. All right. Appreciate you all out there. We shall see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This is the Big O Show.